like that. Okay, so now we're recording.
All right. Welcome to the Reactlord Podcasts. We are your Reactlords. I'm Nathan, he, him.
I'm V, they, them.
All right, let's get into it. So you had actually something that you wanted to talk about, right? About AI?
Yeah, I've been talking a lot about the metaverse on my YouTube channel lately, and
sure.
I've been doing a lot of research just surrounding what that looks like for the future.
Mhm.
And that's when I came across a New York Times article that I can't afford.
Okay, and I saw
I
an
didn't read
image.
the article though.
Okay.
I can't afford. I don't have a subscription. So anyway, it interests me. It piqued my interest enough to start Googling what this racist AI sentient being was, and it turns out it's a chatbot. So
Okay.
that's
A racist chatbot, just to be clear.
let me start over. So there is a Google developer, and he's been fired, but he's a developer at Google, and he developed a chatbot, which, you know, chatbots are everywhere now for like mental health. All sorts of chatbots are out there. This Google developer made one to be racist.
Specifically, to be racist.
Yeah, he said, "To hell with Google ethics. I am making a racist bot with sentientness, I guess." So let's just look at an article.
Yeah,
Can you pull it up, Jamie?
Take
Here,
me there.
you want to do the? Here you go.
Yeah, I got you.
I have a tab. I opened up one of the tabs. There's two articles that I found that weren't behind a paywall. So we had Neural. This is one of the articles, and then the one that I read all the way through was the other one. Came from a tech.
Yeah, I think I saw you show me
Fortune.
this. I was tripping out on just how this guy looks. Yes, I am that asshole. I'm sorry.
Oh no, dude.
He's the most hacker man's person I've ever seen.
I mean, this
guy
is a hacker.
Definitely in the mainframe currently.
To be honest, I think whoever wrote this article may have. No, I want to genuinely believe this is him in a room somewhere, but the artist inside of me says they totally took his face and just put it on a really high quality.
Yo, this is just photoshopped. Oh, dude, I
It's just
totally can see that.
It's for the intensity, you know? But this is the guy. This is the guy, yeah.
Google's AI chatbot, sentient and similar to a kid that happens to know physics.
Yeah. So not only did he program a robot, or I don't know, the sentientness is how he learns, but he did program a bot essentially to be that of a child who knows physics and is racist. So,
dude, I mean, I have so many questions. Like, what was the point? Like, I think it's already kind of known that most AI is racist to an extent and resultant racist.
Oh, yes, right. So even like the general application of AI without it having did he input the racismness? I don't think he did. Honestly, let's read it. Okay. Let's read it. Because what he noted there was going to be problems, and he's talked about problems in AI. The guy's name is Blake Lemoine, and he is an ex-developer now, from Google. And he developed a bot, and this is what he says about it to, I forget who he's talking to. I don't think he's talking Washington Post. He's talking to the Washington Post. Okay. And he's talking about the language model for the dialogue application chatbot that he created. And
I remember you said something about him, like the chatbot said something about the Muslims are the most violent race or something, right?
Yeah. So he's publishing the transcripts for his chatbot. These are his comments to the Washington Post. So he says, "I didn't know exactly what it was, the chatbot, which is the computer program we built recently. I'd like to think it was a 7-year-old or a 9-year-old that happens to know about physics." This is a developer describing his bot, okay? So he later adds that the bot begins to be able to change his mind, and he's already gendering this bot, which is weird. He continues to say about the bot, right? This is the bot. The bot says, "Let's go get some fried chicken and waffles," when asked about what black people would want.
Of course. That's such an easy one, too.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then again, this was, an impression of a black man from Georgia. This is the bot's impression of a black man from Georgia. Okay, just context is important here.
It's written? It's not like a voice. Right?
No, actually, that's a good fucking question. Is there vocals? Do you think he did an accent, a black accent? Oh no!
I mean, it kind of sounds like this AI is doing an impression. When I think of an impression,
he was asked.
Sound.
He was asked to do an impression. Okay, so he was asked to do an impression of a black man from Georgia. Now, I don't know if there was a voice involved, but the transcripts report the robot responded with, "Let's go get some fried chicken and waffles," as the impression of a black man from Georgia.
Okay.
The bot continues to go on. When asked about differences between religious groups, he says, Muslims are more violent than Christians.
That's pretty racist.
That's the take. No, 100%. Yeah, for sure.
It's funny because, like AI was already taking my money, and now they're just saying it to our faces too.
So this data, right, being used to build this technology is missing contributions from many cultures throughout the globe. This is the developer talking. So the developer has some awareness that this bot has maybe gotten away from him, and that's where the sentientness coming in, right? So this bot is using data to machine learn, and this is what it's coming up with. These are the outputs that this bot is saying, this is what culture believes. This is what society...
For sure. Like, it's doing its research on the internet.
It's using data. So it's not like how we do research. We do research a bit lousy as humans, right?
Sure.
We have a very biased perspective on research, whereas bots get to collect and use data kind of without emotion. That's the idea.
Okay.
So if you think about it from that way, it makes it more worse, right? Because this bot without emotions is dictating this is the outputs it's deciding is correct, right? Think about it that way.
Okay.
Without emotion, bots.
Next question: how do we access this chatbot? I think we got to talk to the chat.
Oh, you want to have a conversation with this bot?
I mean, is it something you can test out as a civilian?
He was fired though.
True. So did Google pull it down though?
I don't think it ever hit mainstream. Honestly, okay. I don't think it did. So let's see. Google told the publication that there was 11 ethics reviews adding. It's taking a restrained and careful approach. So ethics and technologists have reviewed Blake's concerns per our AI principles and have informed him that the evidence does not support his claims. What? Wait, can you read that last part? Ethics and technologists?
He was told that there's no evidence that Lambda was sentient and a lot of evidence against it.
I totally believe that. Okay, so what he's saying is like he didn't build this bot to be racist, yet the bot developed racism. And that is a sort of a sentient thing, right? Like you can be aware that you're being racist? Is that what he's...
Well, if the data is racist, then wouldn't then the chat box be racist?
Can data be racist?
Yeah, totally. Of course it can be. A lot of the data,
But can it? Or the interpretations of the data racist? Or the researchers conducting the research to get the data is racist? But data itself is just what was collected, right?
Well, okay.
So you know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? I'm trying to take the emotion out of it, just like a bot might.
Yeah, totally. Let me hit you with an analogy, right?
Sip some coffee.
So, a disproportionate amount of black people are in U.S. prisons.
Yes.
That is
modern slavery
data. That is like recorded.
Yeah.
And if seen by
the numbers.
An unbiased, right, bot with data that is reflectant because of our human racism.
They would think that black people would be more violent, obviously, just based on the data. That's not racist data.
It's not racist data, but it's inherently racist because of the data itself.
So then, therefore, the bot would probably learn
to be racist.
Yeah.
So I think maybe the guy was onto something. Google seems to be censoring our boy here.
Wait, hold on. Why'd they fire him then? Why do you think Google would be like, nah? I don't know. This is interesting.
It's not racist enough for us.
You know what's too racist for me?
What? To hit me.
CPAC. CPAC is another thing that it's not even bots that are doing it, the racism in this case. I
want to know what AI CPAC is using.
You think CPAC uses AI?
Yeah, totally. On Facebook, promotion, advertisement. I'm sure AI is used in some way by CPAC members and like leadership.
Sure. I mean, every social media pushes those. Yeah.
Pollsters and things like that.
For sure, dude. Do you want to talk about CPAC?
Yeah, dude. I think there was a pretty funny and hypocritical clip of Marjorie Taylor Greene we got to hit.
Oh yeah, but first, can we watch her crying? Can we? Okay, hold on. All right, can you find that clip?
It's my favorite activity is to watch a woman cry.
Can you find that clip in one of those tabs? Actually, for that the clip when she's in the jail cell, right? So at CPAC, they had a art installation, I guess, if you will, of some sorts. And in this art installation, I'm going to set it up. There's this MAGA guy, right? I believe his name is Brandon, ironically enough.
What tabs are reopening up here?
I think it's already open. I already opened it. Yeah, this is good. Oh.
It's not the video, right? Video?
Nope, it's in one of the tabs, I think.
Okay.
I think I already opened it.
All right, so don't forget this is Brandon Straka, self-described former liberal, doing some performative art.
Yeah, reformed liberal.
I didn't see the origin of this or know the story, but I would assume this is in reference to him being he got 3 years probation for storming the Capitol and was fined $5,000 plus an additional $500 for some, I don't know, damage to the building or whatever.
He's not just an actor then. He's
doing some acting right now.
No, of course. But I mean, like, he actually was found guilty upon these charges that That's
the word I was looking for. He was found guilty and he was charged with 3 years of probation.
And now he finds himself at CPAC.
Doing something.
I'm trying to wrap my head around him being an actor performing the thing that he actually was convicted for, though. So he's not even acting because
this is a biopic about his life.
Yes, it's a biopic. Yes, it's a biopic.
Yeah.
Yes. That's exactly what this is.
But yes, I think that this is in reference to that verdict, right? And here we see crazy. Magic the Gathering on her knees praying, I guess.
Oh man. All right, so we got to watch it. It's about 2 minutes. We'll watch it pretty much until we just cry from laughing. So she's praying, right? So this isn't even an acting prayer. Is she actually like talking to God? Maybe
you're bringing
like
tears
genuine...
to my eyes, lady.
You know, there's more than one message I would like to get across. If I kept it as general as possible, what I would like to say, I guess, at this point is that even for the people, I think everybody is in agreement that anybody who committed violence, vandalism, who caused extreme fear on that day needs to pay an appropriate price for what they did.
Okay, pause there. He was one of those guys, right? So he was convicted. He was found guilty. They have evidence to put him at the place of the scene of the crime.
Yeah, he was there for sure.
Okay. All right. So he's talking about himself.
Yeah. Okay. This is totally self-referential. It has to be.
But there are a lot of people who are suffering, I think, unduly. I think it's very disproportionate to what they actually did.
There's the shoe. Mm-hmm. That's where, okay, I was like, he's one of the guys. But he was unjust.
He's one of the good guys, though.
See, he was unjustly, sentenced to, he's $5,000? Is that what he had to pay?
$5,000. Which, by the way, is the cap. You can't get charged, or you can only be fined up to $5,000 for storming the Capitol. Isn't that kind of crazy? I
feel like you can get more than that for a ticket for something. Like, what is littering? Isn't that like $1,000 right there?
I think
something
so.
Like that?
I think it is $1,000 minimum. $1,000.
Yeah, that's
just litter 5 times.
All right, let's give this guy like 10 more seconds. Let's see what he has to say, and then we'll keep it moving because I want to get to Marjorie.
I would like to say at this point that the hatred on both sides has to stop. It's time to forgive people who made mistakes on both sides. It's time.
I'm so sorry. I keep pausing.
Talking about himself?
I'm so sorry. I keep pausing. He made mistakes.
Yes. It sounds like he's acknowledging that he maybe regrets doing what he did.
I think he made a mistake.
Time to start seeing each other as human beings again, and it's time to stop enjoying and taking pleasure in the suffering of other people. We have it.
But I'm having so much fun doing it. Oh, this is great.
Insane.
We can't give this guy any more time, dude. Let's see what Marjorie Taylor Greene's doing.
All right, pull it up, Jamie. Okay, so anyway, Marjorie Taylor Greene, right? So she's at the CPAC. She's praying over this performance artist who's in a jail cell. And right after, she actually goes live. She does a speech before she goes onto Mike Lindell's show, my pillow dude. And so she prays about this guy who has been wronged, right, by the justice system, presumably has to pay fines, and prays over him, and now is coming out of her speech onto Mike Liddell's show to talk about the January 6th actors, I guess. I don't want to call them actors because that gives the wrong impression. Cueists? What do you call people that partake in a coup?
I don't know, just actors, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. That doesn't sound like, it doesn't have that right weight to it. Anyway, so
operators.
So she's praying for this guy that has been convicted of these crimes in the jail cell. But she goes on a Mike Lindell's show to talk about these guys that have taken the Capitol on January 6th. She has a much different narrative about who these guys are. And I could play from here. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
But she calls them Antifa.
You mean Brandon?
That's what I'm saying,
you
dude.
mean Brandon?
Okay,
Mr.
so
Antifa with the MAGA hat?
Yeah, Mr. Antifa with a MAGA hat. And I was very upset. I never expected anything like that. When it happened, I thought this is Antifa, and no one can convince me otherwise that it was so-called Trump supporters. So she's changed her tune, you think? She was just praying over Brandon, right? So is it Antifa? What's your take? I don't know. What's wrong with her?
I think she's got that special type of brain rot. You know, this is just classic political grift. You know, I'm not surprised. And in that way, in that sense, that makes me more sad, is that I'm not surprised. Like, this just seems to be the new normal now. You just say whatever is going to get the most rating, the biggest rating, the most views, the most controversial thing nowadays.
But then you shift when you find that the other thing is working better, right? Because that's what she's saying. Totally.
Well, and one thing might work better on this broadcast, and I might say a different thing on a different broadcast, because now you're talking to two different audiences,
right? And you're just
talking
chasing
two
the
different
clout,
vibes,
and you're just chasing the clout because
these are goblins, clout goblins for sure. This is like, have you ever heard that expression that politics is just Hollywood for ugly people? I think it's now politics is live streaming for ugly people.
Oh, I know a lot of ugly people that live stream. Us.
Yeah, I'm going for a positivity year, actually.
Us uggos are out there, and we're broadcasting. Okay, we're out there. All right, listen. I look at Marjorie Taylor Greene, and I think of a titan.
Yes,
the titan of industry. No, listen. She's out here. She's making bands. All right, she's grifting, making that money.
Okay.
Let her get the bag.
I mean, it doesn't matter. She's getting the bag. She's gonna get the bag no matter what,
dude. Let her grift, man. It's good content.
Oh yeah, but I'm gonna keep saying the worst things about Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. As long as I keep, I'm still allowed to do that. We're all good. Even
I think
Steven.
we'll be allowed to do that. I mean, especially you. It's not like you have a uterus or anything. They're not going to try to, stop you from being you or anything like that. But what I will say is there's more.
Okay.
Yeah. Can Jamie? Jamie? We need the Jamie. Dude, what a picture. Hold on. Can you just go back for a second? Oh, man. We just...
What is with... dude, what is this face? What is she doing?
Why does that look like Ludwig a little bit?
Oh, no. You think Brandon's a Lud bug?
Oh, no. Okay.
All right.
Get that Swalwell tweet up real quick. Yeah. And I swear to God,
Where
guy.
did we
We're lost.
leave that at?
It's right there. It says Representative Eric. Jamie?
It's okay. I'm a little far away from the computer.
Scroll up. There you go. So, oh man.
If a Democrat kneeled before a depiction of Guantanamo Bay inmate, Speaker Pelosi would never hear the end of it. Retweet if GOP leader McCarthy must denounce this or drop to his knees with Representative MGT to worship terrorists.
This is Representative Eric Swalwell, husband, dad to Nelson, congressman. He's a congressman. I thought this was hilarious, dude. Worshiping terrorists. Now, that's a word with weight. That's a word with weight. That's a girthy word. I like that word.
We should bring terrorists back. We should
wait. You can't say that. No. Just like the terminology. This is never going to be monetized. We should bring terrorists back.
Hey, did you also know America deserved 9/11?
Stop. Yeah,
I
despicable.
will see you guys next time. I will be broadcasting from a CIA black site in Afghanistan.
But I think Nancy would also do this, by the way, just for the record. I do think
she did do this. She did do this. She went to Taiwan and pretty much did this. So,
oh my God, stop.
Dude, you have to remember, the Democrats are nothing but just Republicans. But
yeah.
in a different shade, you know?
Yeah.
So don't
Again,
forget.
it's the degrees of bad. It's degrees of bad.
Exactly. So you totally called it. You're totally right. Nancy Pelosi would do that. Mm-hmm. Nancy Pelosi did do that.
Yeah. And there are varying degrees of bad. This is bad and funny. And then we have bad.
If we don't laugh, we cry.
Right. Because I mean, she's in the proximity of power. She can make change. She's passing legislation all the time. True. But what is more powerful than that?
White supremacy.
What is more worse than that?
White supremacy.
I was going to say Andrew Tate. I was going to say Andrew Tate, but yeah, white supremacy is pretty bad too.
Yeah, true. Sorry, I was so focused in on the content. I didn't see that twist coming. And
so what I'm here for is for the fucking transitions, baby.
I have a bone to pick with you. I because I don't know if you know this. Mm-hmm. Andrew is not his real name. And I think...
Okay.
He might be a little embarrassed of his real name, his government
because
name.
Andrew is so masculine and strong?
He is the third of the Emory Andrew Tate clan. Emory is his name, and that's what I'm going to call him.
Emory?
Emory.
You don't think he likes that? That's why you want to call him that, because you don't think he likes that?
I don't think he likes it. I don't think he likes it at all, because it has just a hint of feminine.
Oh my God. You think that's why?
Oh, totally. I totally think. I think Emory sounds like, and don't take me wrong. I'm not just saying that I believe this out of the blue. I'm saying that if you ask people.
Sounds like Armory to me, though. That's anyway. But what I will say is, Emory Andrew Tate the third.
Mm-hmm. Emory Andrew Tate.
It sounds like his whole thing is Hustlers, right? Hustler University.
No, this is a man.
Hold on, he's on the come up though, but his name sounds regal, doesn't it? Doesn't it kind of sound like he comes from money? Does he come from money? The third,
he comes from a.
It's not junior. You know what I mean? No, that's a working class title.
Yeah. He has a dad that has a level of fame. I don't know if they've reached.
What do you do?
He was a chess grand champion. And like one of the first black chess grand champion, if I'm not...
Andrew Tate's part black? He's black?
He is half black. Supposedly, he self-describes himself as being half black.
I thought he was Italian.
No, he's a marginalized person.
I said Italian.
My man is not a WPOC. Do not disrespect Italians like that.
Listen. I have a little bit of Italiaphobia. I'm working on it. But yeah, so Andrew Tate.
Yes.
Tatertots are out there.
Yeah, so Emory was little known maybe in the last year, but in this year of 2022 has been blowing up on TikTok.
In this holy year of 2022, when everything has gone absolutely correct.
But he is absolutely... if you have missed him, you must be the most wholesome person ever.
Which is great. If you have missed him, you're not missing out on much.
No.
We both came across Andrew Tate through watching Hasanabi broadcast, which I think it's a good way to come across a guy like this. Part of the internet like this,
the least
in general,
abrasive way.
It was, yeah. I honestly, I don't know how, if you come across this organically, like most kids do, I think it's a whole different experience than being kind of held your hand through this manosphere with someone like Hassan, who is leftist by nature and can break it down, have analysis. Emory Tate is just an awful human being. And he's out there permeating through the internet in such a way that other people that are coming into his content, I think they just really like it. I think it's a more genuine experience than what me and you have had. with his content. We think of it as like content. I don't think other people are thinking about it like content.
Totally. But I think I also to add to that.
Yeah.
We just said it too about the Republicans being clout goblins. I think everyone's got a little bit of a clout goblin in them.
Yeah. It's 2022.
And it comes out so easily on social media. And so like once you see this guy's getting all these views, how do you not like
get on that bandwagon? You want to jump on the trend.
Yeah, exactly. And so he has now become part of the zeitgeist in terms of the manosphere and like man talk. Is that what we're calling it now? Like masculine talk?
Oh, we talk about the TikToks and like that industrial complex that has boomed.
This is a community of men for men.
Yeah.
And the commentary on there is like legitimately scary.
Oh yeah.
Like to hear people voice this and like try and imagine it be serious is like wild. Like I don't think anyone would let it fly happening in real life. I would like to think
I disagree. I wholeheartedly disagree. I think
you're
that,
right. I
don't think it would happen in our circles.
The minute it came out of my mouth.
As in our circles, I think that we have such a beautiful circle. Honestly, we really are surrounded by just wonderfully like aware people.
Yeah,
and I just the world isn't like that. You know what I mean? Like I don't. Oh God, I wish it was, but that's that's our own echo chamber. I think that we're really privileged to be a part of. Are you going to pull up some Andrew Tate content for us?
Yeah, we got to. Let's show
the people the face of Emory Tate. I'm so sorry. I keep misnaming him.
You're dead naming our boy.
I'm dead naming our boy here. I'm so sorry. Yeah, that's real messed up. So yeah, let's just look at his ego a little bit and what's he up to? I got a new Stream Deck, so I'm just trying to use the play buttons and all the programming I did. So, all right, play.
Jake Paul, it's clear to me you are desperate for a reality check. You know what? If I made my money impressing 4-year-olds on YouTube and managed to somehow become a multimillionaire from it, I'd probably live in a dream world too. But let me explain something to you about combat sports. There are a whole bunch of men out here who will never be as famous as you, will never make the money you've made, who would kick the living fuck out of you. This is the hardest sport.
Can we pause that?
So he's talking to Jake Paul, who is how tall is Jake Paul again? How big is this guy?
The same height. So Emory and Jake Paul are both.
I love that
6'1".
I love that so much, Emory.
And so they're the same height, but he is significantly older, being at 35. I think Jake would smoke this guy.
Just in pure agility, ability to like move around. And all
exactly.
Yeah, totally. I agree.
Please do not take that as an endorsement of Jake Paul. I also think
you don't love him.
Scumbag.
No, he's awesome. You don't love Jake Paul?
What do they call their fans? What is some? I don't know.
They have a
there's
name?
a joke. Whatever.
There's a joke there. We don't know where it is.
Yeah. But anyway, it takes a special type of person to challenge someone, I guess, just out and post it on social media for the public to see.
Are you calling Emory Tate brave?
I think he has a lot of courage to call out Jake Paul like this.
I think he's got a huge ego, but let's see how he follows it up, because he's not done. He's calling out Jake Paul. That's true.
Mm-hmm. In the world, and people dedicate their lives to this, and most of them never get a payday. It never pays off for the majority of fighters, who would fuck you up. I'm one of the lucky ones. I made a little bit of money. I don't have 50 million to bet with you, but I do have 3 million to bet with you. So this is your
again.
Yeah.
I would pay. Like, I hate that I would pay money to go see this fight. I would go to see this fight. This is content gold.
Okay. Yeah, I would watch that fight. I don't know if I'd pay for it.
I don't know if I'd pay for it. Depending on where it's at. I would pay to watch it. I would pay to watch this pay-per-view fight.
You'd pay to watch it?
Or I'd try to rip it.
I was going to say, I would rip it, or I'd come over to your house and you'd pay for it and I'd watch it with you. But what I will say is that, did you notice what he said there? About the money thing? We're talking about money here. He said,
true.
He said,
the top G.
Yeah, top G goes, I might not have 50 million, but I have
3 million.
So what is he saying? Jake Paul is richer and has a bigger dick?
I mean,
is that what he's saying?
He didn't say it with so many words, but we get what you're saying, Emory.
All right, finish it off, Top G. What's up?
$3 million. You put 3, I put 3. Winner takes all. I'm 5 years out the ring. I'm a kickboxer. You're 2-0 in boxing. I'm 0-0 in boxing. I've never even fought boxing. I'm a retired old man. 5 years I've been sitting around smoking cigars and fucking bitches, which are better looking than the fucking girl you're advertising anyway. I will fight you any day of the fucking...
Context, he did just hit on like a 17-year-old on Click's channel,
He's
Twitch
the top
channel,
G
like,
groomer.
like a
G
week
for
ago.
groomer.
So let's keep that in mind when he's talking about the girls he's interested in.
Weak. Don't worry about Conor McGregor fucking you up. Don't worry about Floyd Mayweather fucking you up. You only want to lose to them so you can say, well, I lost to Conor McGregor. Why don't you lose to an old man who's retired? I live in the real...
Why would you want to lose to the people that are at the top of their game when you could lose to a fucking old G like me? What? What kind of shit talking is this? This is the worst shit talking I've ever seen.
But it sounds cool.
Does it?
It sounds cool with the music.
No,
That's
it's
all
just because he has an accent. I really think that's honestly a lot of the attraction to guys, especially like.
I think he's marketing fantastically for his audience. That's how he's blowing up, right?
Okay, yeah.
He comes off. I think this is.
He's like, even though I'm old, I'm out of shape. Well, he didn't say that, but it's really what he's saying. But you know, I've been out of the game for a long time. I can still take you, and that's what's appealing.
Totally, this is some PUA type confidence too.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah.
And that's why I think like he's going for that the Sigma look. I think this is he's trying
Sigma
to be
grind
Keanu
set
Reeves
hustler.
so
Yeah,
bad.
totally. I'm a hustler. Sigma grind set.
Cause
Joe Rogan,
don't,
old or not, doesn't matter. Kind
exactly.
of vibe.
Because
Yeah,
incels don't identify with the alpha mindset.
No,
they clown on the alpha mindset. They
we're
want to be
betas.
Sigmas though. They see themselves as Sigmas. They could still be cool, but they're loners.
See, I'm really into the betas. I'm into the beta mindset. I love a good beta.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like a beta game.
I love a good beta.
I like to get in early.
I like to get in early. All right, let's see how this motherfucker wraps this up real quick.
Fucking world, Jake. There's a whole bunch of fighters out here who live in the real fucking world. Men who are dangerous and dedicated their lives to this sport and don't have a fucking fraction of the money you have.
But those people are not Conor McGregor or Floyd Mayweather, for the matter, right? Because
Floyd Mayweather, let me remind you, is 50-0. He never lost in his career. Undefeated.
Yeah, but don't fight that guy. He doesn't have anything. What you need to do is fight a retired
50.
kickboxer.
He went 50 fights.
But he hasn't, this guy.
Because you managed to become a
doing
fucking
great
clown. The biggest clown on the fucking internet. If you want to fight, you want to send a contract, send one to me. I will take a few weeks break from living my retired life to kick the living fuck out of a fucking goofy, fucking entitled dickhead like you. You know my name, Andrew Tate. Fucking
Emory.
It's Emory, but yeah, okay. Well, you know what though? If they did fight, my money's on Jake, 100%. Like you said, ability to move around, the range too. He just looks bigger. This guy gives off short, not king. I'm not gonna give him that fucking title.
Totally.
Just short dude energy. What is the opposite of a short king again? What is it called? There's a term for it. The opposite of a short king energy is what he's giving off. He's giving off top G energy for sure. Oh man, dude. Okay, let's look up. Can you go back into the Twitter sphere? Not Twitter sphere. Sorry. Let's go to TikTok real quick. Yeah, exit in the left side there. Let's find a good one.
Where is classics? We gotta see one where he's giving like some advice. Oh, dude, we didn't even mention this guy talked with Aiden Ross to an audience of like 133,000 people.
That is pretty
That's how he's blowing up on Twitch right now.
He was blowing up before Aiden though too. That's
totally,
how he
but, like,
got
that
the clout to be on
peak.
Aiden's stream, and then he went on Click's stream, and then Hassan was like hopping onto all of these streams simultaneously. Still waiting on that.
I don't understand. Like, how are they playing a game?
Hold on.
And I go out and fuck, and I come back to her, and I don't care about her, and I only love my girl. That's not cheating. That's exercise. If she even talks to a dude, it's cheating. If I have a woman who
Actually, okay, that was funny. They're clowning on him. But like, why? I don't understand these TikToks. Why are they playing a game and cutting it with the It's sorry. This is just a nitpicky thing.
No,
like
this is a trend.
thing.
That's a trend. Let me pull that back. Okay, never mind. Go ahead and click it. I'll pause it. Okay, here we go. This right here, that's just a meme. I feel like I'm talking to a boomer.
Okay.
I'm sorry if I'm boomer explaining. This is just a meme on like TikTok. There'll be like people making cakes and then like explaining like what terrorism is. I don't know. It's just it's a vibe.
I guess it's a genre.
Like I don't. Yeah. But Andrew Tate, so he's got an industrial complex of like clippers. Right. Yeah. So the way that it works is he's not on social media necessarily. That's not how he's perpetuating his clout chasing.
I think officially he has, though.
He has been on social media, but currently apparently
he goes by Emory Andrew Tate.
Sorry, fucking Emory. I'm so sorry. I'll get it.
On his Instagram, he made one recently. He goes by Emory Andrew Tate.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think he might have a change of heart. I think he might be bi.
Okay, I was just trying to describe the virality of him and like how he kind of came to be, I guess.
Sorry.
Like before he was on Aiden's podcast, he had his hustlers out there hustling, right? Like this is the clip industrial complex
and
for
maybe
Andrew
some
Tate.
bots. I'm sure.
Oh, 100%. Positive bots, not like the gross ones, but like the ones that are out there just like hustling it up. You know what I mean? On his behalf, for sure. But that's how he's sustaining too. I didn't know he actually had an Instagram, so maybe he's getting fearful about his stances and his substantive, like, you know, space on the internet, because that's why he's calling out Jake Paul. I mean, he wants the next clout chase, right? He wants to be.
That's actually old. If I can help you in the timeline, yeah, it's an old video. He references it in the Full Send podcast, and he actually like retracts that. He actually called
it just
him
said
out.
July, so I'm curious. Did it ever? When did that happen?
Posted in July, so it happened back when. Oh, I mean, we can look when Jake Paul won his second fight. It was
because Jake Paul was going against Floyd back, last year, October or something like that?
I think actually that was his brother.
Oh, fuck.
But Jake had been...
So there's no relevance then, really?
No, not really.
For Jake Paul, then? It must be really old.
The way Jake got reeled in is I think Andrew, and if I'm trusting his word on this podcast, remember this guy he's a liar, so take it with a grain of salt. He says that he felt like Jake... in his rhetoric was disrespecting boxers and fighters in general. And that's why he made that Instagram post to call him out, because he said that I'm a fighter. I identify as a fighter. Yeah. And he felt like he was disrespecting Floyd Mayweather and disrespecting Conor McGregor.
Got it.
Because he's the top G, you might not have gotten that because he was also disrespecting.
You can't even get out of the accent once you're in it, dude.
Once you have a sparkling water, you're top G forever.
You did it so well. What the fuck?
Sorry.
So you've been watching too much Emory Tate, all right?
Yeah.
It's too much. It's too much, dude.
Sorry, I have to. I have to fix that for you. He goes by Andrew Tate.
Oh my god! Oh my god, dude.
Sorry.
And that's the end of the. Oh man, dude.
I lost the point.
Can we pull up a clip of him talking to Hassan? Let's before we
watch a clip of him talking to Hassan, or a clip of Hassan destroying him.
Maybe we can pull up a few, because I'd like to conclude the Andrew Tate part with actual this is like kind of summing up why he's wrong, because I feel like we've talked about his virality, but we haven't really talked about his hot takes, and that's what makes this man
Hassan
most
is shadow
hated.
Banned. There's no way.
Type in Hassan Piker, because Andrew Tate is just trending so much. I bet if you typed in Hassan, it'll be one of the. You want me to type it in? I'll do it. We'll do it.
It worked.
Oh, we're figuring it out. One step at a time, baby. One step at a time. Look at that. Third one.
The reason 18 and 19-year-olds are more attractive than 25-year-olds is because they've been through less dick. I'll say this right here on the fucking internet.
Yeah, he did. That's the best reaction to have.
Oh, shit, dude.
Dude, what a self-report. This guy can't stop. He can't not self-report.
No. Dude.
I think
he's just like... That's his whole persona, though. And that's what makes him most dangerous, is he's targeting 17-year-olds. He's targeting children.
Yeah.
That's his shtick.
Yeah. He's a groomer.
Top G.
The toppest of groomers.
Top G shit, dude.
Can we see that there was I think
another
Hassan
Let's just
one.
pop it up. Pop it up. Yeah,
sitting
dude.
there in the dark, naked, like Googling you like all the time. It's kind of strange.
Dude, you know what is strange though is that Emory does like say
This is
the
about
darndest
Hassan.
stuff.
Yeah, he's
it
talking.
is.
He
Now
thinks
this
that
is referential.
Hassan is Googling Andrew Tate in the dark naked. Like, well,
Well, he's imagining it for sure. He just set the scene.
I walk around strapped permanently. I'm strapped now. Like I don't know.
Can we pause that again? I don't know if it's my own degeneracy, but when he said strapped, my first thought was not gun.
Oh, he's naked, strapped up. I see what you're doing there.
Does he not have a penis, and that's why he has to be strapped?
What are you gonna do, Cobra? Are you gonna step foot on U.S. soil? You get arrested, dog.
Hey, that's an important part of this too, though, right? So he's
His
obviously
detachable penis.
No, he's strapped up with a Glock, buddy. He's threatening Hassan. That's what's
true.
happening here.
Yes.
Not threatening directly at all, but it's more of the inadvertent.
It's
Listen,
implied
I am
violence.
Yes, it's implied violence. That's exactly right. But I think that is the most hilarious thing is what Hassan just pointed out. Bitch can't leave Romania. That's why when he's
stuck.
doing podcasts, he's zooming in or they're coming to him.
Uh-huh.
I think that's really important. This guy has fucked his life. Emory Tate has fucked his
Emory?
life.
I thought he was free.
I know, that's what I'm saying. He claims to be this like top G
He's
free guy, hustler
liberated.
dude. Yeah, he's liberated. All right, brother. Liberate your mom, okay? Listen, this guy, he can't leave Romania. Right?
No.
He's got his gambling gigs out there. He does his remote telecasting into podcasts. He's got his little minions out there posting his stuff. He's got bots out there perpetuating the word, right?
If he was not in
He's a
Romania,
cult leader,
he
dude.
would be in jail for the questionable things he does, for sure.
Yeah.
But because he is in Romania, he can continue doing the questionable things.
Yeah.
And that's how we got Emory as content, is that he's just still out there. He's still around.
All right, can we pull up, can you go back to that main page? Let me see if I could find a clip real quick. So I know it was, you scroll down a little bit. Oh, wait, hold on. Go up. What's that one right there? Sneeko?
This one?
No, Sneeko. You were just on it. No. Sneeko. This one?
You know that guy Hasanabi? Has Hasanabi ever been on your?
Wait, no.
He ended up
Hold
switching.
on.
Oh, the Fresh and Fit podcast.
Yeah, the Fresh and Fit podcast.
Other Manosphere
Sneeko
types.
daily clips. All the daily clips. You know what I mean?
Him and Ethan are the ones that issued the challenge.
And they didn't want to debate, right? I said the same thing. I tried to debate him, and he didn't answer. But he roasted me, called me an incel like 50 times on a stream.
That's what they pretty much do.
Yeah. You know that guy
Oh,
Hasanabi?
You know
okay,
what's
dude.
funny is because, like, I don't think that's true.
No, it's not true, and I know that for a fact it's not true because we were watching the broadcast that day.
Yeah.
After this come out, and Hassan is open, right?
Yeah.
He's willing to debate, and is kind of looking forward to it. I think he's planning that Andrew Tate will open up that gate again to debate. And I fucking want to
wanna
see it, dude. I
happen.
want to see it. It's
I want to
content
see it just
gold.
as bad as I want to see Jake Paul beat this guy's ass.
Oh man, dude. Well,
On that note,
yeah,
hit him with the anyways.
yeah. Anyways, I think that's gonna be it for the first pod of the Reactlord Pod.
See you next time from CIA Black Site in Afghanistan.
Definitely not my middle
They'll
income
never get us. They'll
apartment
never
that I
censor
qualify
us.
for because of low income. Okay, bye. Reactlord's out.